Mm-hmm. Trying to think of something. Is it? Yeah, it's okay. Okay, time starts. 3, 2, 1, now. So this is GTA 3, 20%. Like during the last half year, this has seen like a lot of new improvements in terms of speedrunning. Like a lot of new insta passes. Well, not a lot, like a couple, but they save a lot of time. And like minor optimizations as well, because
I like this timer started early meme.
oh yeah, because delayed.
You think people would learn after a while, but no one ever learns.
See, I get rid of the door here just to make the entrances and stuff into the car faster. But I won't be staying with this Kuruma for a while.
Are you going to be doing race strats?
Yes, race strats.
Oh, what a scrub.
I'm gonna do like the optimal strats I would do when I do like PB attempts, because they're way too risky. Like 25 minutes into the game I just can kill the run off of RNG, and then like 31 minutes the same thing happens. So I'm not gonna be doing those strats, but I'm gonna be doing like modified race strats that are quite safe.
Yes, man, duping.
Yeah. Like the most optimal strats are so bad that people really haven't finished a run with it. Like a good run, so world record doesn't even do them.
Yeah, Chibu does his own modified old route.
Yeah.
But yes, yesterday we came up with another route, another variation for the Chibu route, and that's even faster.
There are like so many routes for Portland now.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah, with this route, Portland is pretty let's play-y, I guess. Like, not a lot of stuff is going on. Just doing the missions. I'm gonna insta-pass Blowfish, and then I'm gonna dupe and fail. That's a nice cop. I'm gonna dupe and fail, taking out the laundry, and under surveillance at the end of Portland. But I'm not gonna dupe and fail Trials and Tribulations, which would be another option. But it's just the setup for that dupe takes so long if you don't like man dupe or do stuff like that, that it's not worth it. It's just better to do the mission. Yeah. I leave this taxi here. I want the taxi here because I want to rampage start Cipriani chauffeur later on, and I can do that with a taxi quite conveniently. That's why I switched to it, like from the Kuruma. With the most optimal strat, you actually like start holding caps lock once you exit the taxi before this mission, so you like retain the submission. Like the game remembers that you started to like start the submission, and then you start it like even earlier than I do in this route, so save some time later on. But I don't do that because it can get risky. Might run out of time.
Yeah, and the reason we don't use the vigilante submission is that the submission itself is going to die for the rest of the run soon.
Yeah.
We are going to explain that later.
So hopefully I get a cop car. This is one of 2 cop car RNGs I have to get. And I don't get it. So hopefully the second one is like less likely to be opened, and of course it's locked.
Yeah, it's 70% of chance that it's locked. So.
70 and 60% for the cars respectively.
So I can like kill myself 2 times or find the cop and punch him, hopefully.
I think you should just keep this phone in traffic, because death warping 2 times is 20 seconds of time loss. So.
I want to get 2 like wanted level from this guy. Can't
I
get
used
this
up all
gun.
the good cop car RNG for today, sorry.
Can't get that gun. That's kind of
Yeah,
unfortunate.
it's inside the wall.
So I guess I'm gonna drive
That's
away.
amazing.
Oh. This ambulance is locked as well.
Yeah,
Might as well
full
kill
combo.
myself.
Yeah, I guess... yeah.
I'm just
Like-
gonna double death warp.
Yeah, that actually
This is
works with the, like,
Taking
you
way
pick up
too
the,
long. Need
you
to
pick
get
up the
out.
info
Okay.
thing as well.
Yeah. This is going pretty badly for a start. I need to kill myself again.
Yeah, and because he picked up the hospital tutorial, one of the cop cars is gonna despawn. Well,
Yeah.
And he's killing himself because he wouldn't be able to pick up the next mission because of the time.
Okay. Nice. That's epic.
yeah,
I
nice replay.
messed up
Oh,
that
wow.
replay because I took the taxi from like a weird, like I went into the alley in a way I'm not really used to. So is this? No, that's not the alley.
It's not the end of the world, it's just waste of time.
Yeah. Portland shouldn't really matter anyway. It's the part of the run that's like you have to get it over with, and the rest is actually good.
So I don't really have a gun yet. Yeah, need to pick that up as well. But I have loads of time now. This is not good.
Now you have plenty of time.
Yeah, now I have like a minute to find the gun, I guess.
You
Yeah.
could have done like strats where you wouldn't have cancelled Vigilante, so you still got extra gang member spawns.
But do they have a gun?
Yeah, they have like pistols and baseball bats.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
guessing.
Oh, those gang members, yeah. Okay, this guy has a gun, and this guy has a gun. Oh, he doesn't. Okay, I thought he didn't have a bat, so this guy has a gun. Can I actually kill him? Wow, I can't kill him. That's epic. I still have loads of time, but I cannot kill these guys. It's amazing. Okay, got one of them. Nice. That's epic. Okay, I still have loads of time, so it doesn't matter, but this is all on a timer anyway.
And the first Insta Pass is going to come up really soon, so we should explain how that works. So the way it works is that you essentially start a mission while you are doing another mission. And this way, when you pick up the second mission, it starts twice. And one of the instances starts from the offset that the last mission was on. So this way we can start the mission from the mission passed section of the code, so it instantly passes. And this way the vigilante submission is going to die because the game sets a variable that tells the game that you are on a vigilante submission, but it never resets it to 0 because the mission cleanup doesn't actually run.
Yeah, we're later gonna kill Taxi as well with Blowfish and stuff.
Yeah, and the fastest route kills ambulance as well, so we have nothing to use to safely start rampages, and that's why the route is bad.
Yeah. So Van Heist can be trolly sometimes. I could get like bad cop spawns and get busted or something like that. Seems like a bad
Yeah.
pattern.
Yeah, there are two possible patterns. The other one is optimally, I think, 5 seconds slower.
It should be more though, I think. About 10 seconds at least, I would say, but it doesn't really matter in a marathon run though.
And I intentionally lose some health here to make the death warp or like the dupe and fail faster, right? Yeah, this was alright.
You want to be at like, I think it's 83 or less health.
Yeah, 82.
Yeah, if
83,
you have 83 then.
You like you still have 1 HP after you like blow yourself up, and it takes a bit longer. You
Or you
still,
can just make a jump to kill yourself, but that's a
Yeah.
bit inconsistent.
also it fakes Portland time, which is not optimal. If you go for like a real Portland time. Oh, my taxi's gone as well because yeah.
Yeah, nice. Where the fixed phone is still pretty fast. So.
That's... I didn't even think of that.
It shouldn't really matter though, like...
Yeah, and what people mean by faking Portland time is that the each time you use a replay, the in-game clock goes back to the start of the second that it was on. So if you use it at like 0.99, it goes back to 0, and you have to like go through the second again. So that's kind of important because the time at which Salvatore leaves the club after Portland is dictated by in-game time.
Yeah, most of the time you would want to fake your Portland time anyways though, so it's very rare that you get a clean, decent Portland time.
It's pretty often for me because I don't like to fake that much. For some reason.
This ain't a social call.
Hi, my name's Phil. I've got 3 kids, 2 cars.
Yeah, at a certain point it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Even before my wife's car accident. Then I called.
I mean, you just can't reach it. Oh, what is my... what is my car doing? It's like bouncing.
Bouncy, bouncy.
That's pretty good, yeah.
So now I'm gonna skip taking out the laundry. Also, I switch camera all the time to despawn traffic in front of me. It's one of the oldest like glitches in this game, I guess. What was found?
Isn't that intended though? The top-down, no traffic stuff. I'm pretty sure that's intended.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we just abuse it by like switching to it over and over again.
Yeah.
And the only things that don't get despawned are cop cars and cars that are very close to you. And sometimes cars on hills.
Yeah, and when you don't go fast enough, then the top-down camera won't get rid of traffic as well, so yeah, you have to pay attention to that.
I don't think that damaged the car at all. I tried to like damage the car a bit, so I can blow it up with one shot, but it didn't work.
The newest route that we came up with yesterday has the shotgun rampage here, so you can damage it with the shotgun now.
So this is the second Coca RNG, and I don't get it as well. Nice meme. This is really unlucky. This is pretty... It's not as bad here because I can just take another car and try it later, but it's just timeless. That I don't get it now.
This is one of the reasons why I stopped running any percent.
Yeah.
Double cop car. The reason you need a cop car here is because it's fast and you get shotgun from it. Like
Yeah.
you can run over a gang member and get a pistol as a backup, but that's pretty slow.
Also, it's very hard to do with a pistol. It's really easy to die on this mission if you don't have a shotgun.
Yeah, you have like one more bullet than you need if you get one pistol, so it's really hard, yeah. And slow as well.
It was locked again.
Nice.
Yeah, fortunately there's one in the road.
Yeah. So, I sometimes die on this mission for some reason. Nobody
Yeah,
else
that's
does.
always a
Yeah, that
good one.
happens.
Like only I die on this mission sometimes. I don't get it. Let's see how I do.
Nice placebo cam.
Placebo cam, yeah, it's Scott cam. I'm guessing I've lost like 2 minutes or something like that up to now. Actually more. Like the first cop car RNG probably cost me like 2 minutes.
Yeah, you're handing in the mission at 1440 RTA.
Yeah.
Probably like
Like 12:15. This limo pickup 12:15. This marker would be optimal for me.
yeah, you are like
Yeah,
3 minutes behind.
Yeah.
That's still faster than the old route though, so no problems really.
Yeah, most of the new time save is in Portland. Just blowfish and the pass and that new. It's newer than Mike Lips, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Staunton only really got the 30,000 rockets.
Yeah.
That's about it. And some like reverse sand takeoff stuff like that.
Yeah, Shoreside got some pretty good sets though in the last year.
Yeah, an exchange and
Yeah, consistent bait and SAM optimization, so it saves at least a minute in the end game, which is great.
yeah, from like pickup to what is that mission? Pickup to cutting the grass. I just do let's play strat or like intended stuff. Don't really have any fancy speed stuff. This is like, I don't know, I guess the good part of this race route is that it's quite easy in Portland.
Yeah, once you get past like the cop car RNG, the rest is pretty free.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, except for the crash cam and the ambulance.
Oh yeah,
and
crash cam. I bet I'll get a crash cam though.
Yeah, you have to, like, we have to show it off.
Yeah, if you don't get a crash cam,
just reset,
destroy
yeah.
the limo and restart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you only left one shotgun shell as well, so
Yeah, you're gonna,
You're gonna
have to push the car off the cliff.
yeah.
Yeah, that's always good when it just stops before the sea.
Yeah. You have to go like all the way down and waste like loads of time.
I still got a real 9 yesterday with that. No, it was 2 days ago. I had to fucking go down and push the car into the river, so... Yeah, that's how fast the route is.
I think it happened in a race, like a tourney race. Oh, we got it. Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice!
Well, we have to kind of explain that there are 4 different cameras that you can get. Each have a 25% chance, and the one car crashes the game when you try to insta-pass blowfish, so he's gonna restart the mission and try again.
We need to find a way to sniper shot it through the wall, the limo, so we don't have to go down there.
Okay, second time lucky.
Nice.
But yeah, everything that kind of can go wrong in Portland has gone wrong for me. Pretty nice.
Yeah, that's how it is with this game though. You can always count on bad news every time.
Yeah, that's one thing about the new route that's worse, is that you don't have like any weapons to blow up limo with. Like in the old route you'd have rockets from a rampage.
Yeah, but with the route that we came up with yesterday, you have the rockets though, so that's a bit better.
Works.
Yeah.
So I assume you, the man dude, rampage starts chaperone.
Yeah, that's the only main dude, but it's optional as well, because if you can get a good taxi then it's basically free.
I need to look into that route.
Yeah, I got not a single cop car. I got a bad van heist pattern, crash cam, and yeah.
Yeah, you can still get no ambulance as well.
Yeah, I still need one number.
And then you can
What a-
respawn the Banshee at Asuka's place, so...
Mhm.
What a relief.
Yeah, because the bullshit doesn't really stop at the end of Portland though. Like, evidence and Liberator, so plenty of more to come.
Actually died on Liberator in my practice
With
because
the rocket threats.
yeah, no, like the guys just didn't die. I shot them with a rocket and they didn't die, and then
Nice.
I tried to shoot them again and the Oriental gentleman got into my way and I blew like both of us up. That happened.
6 strats.
Yeah.
So sometimes very rarely you get messed up by cop spawns here. I managed to avoid one bad one.
Unfortunately, you aren't on a timer here in this route,
Yeah.
which is really good.
Yeah, too bad the pace is really bad though, so you have rain here, which makes the limo a bit more pain in the ass to control.
Yeah, this is about fog on bump the base pace though, so that's gonna be good.
Yeah, this is like the close to the no duping 1330 pace.
Yeah, this is good old pace, so yeah, this is gonna be good for bomb the base.
I guess the cutting the grass strat is the newest thing like found in this game.
Yeah, probably.
Curly Bob speed up.
Yeah, it's a pretty good thread that we were trying to figure out for a long time, but we just couldn't.
Yeah, it's quite simple as well. I spent like 2 hours on this strat one night and I couldn't do it. Like I tried all sorts of timings and I just couldn't pull it off, and then now it's like easy every time. I guess I just managed to miss the timing.
Yeah, because you have to press the replay after he begins to stop sprinting, which is important because if you do it in the process then you aren't gonna get it. So it's not trivial, but some people manage to accidentally do this threat and then people figured out how it works, so yeah, it's a really good set. It saves about 7 seconds.
Yeah, it would have been good for the old Duke route, where you did blowfish after this.
Yeah, the newest, well, the route that we were working on yesterday has this, and it has the blowfish stuff after this, so with this that we can use the ambulance, which is really good for rampage start and cutting the grass.
So actually I have to go like wide here to avoid the shotgun.
And next up is Trials and Tribulations, which has the worst corner in the entire game in Portland, yeah. I am happy that we skip it with the fastest route.
Next to the water.
No, that's not that bad. The corner that we use in SES early game, I don't know if you know that.
The cancer corner.
Yeah, the cancer
Oh
corner.
yeah. I actually
Because-
had a lot of fun with the part where you're next to the water as well. I driven into the water 2 times.
Yeah, I
already.
just fucking slow down. It's not worth it, dude.
Yeah, when you get rain there, oh god.
Yeah, you always get rain on TNT.
Yeah,
with
there's
the
there's
overdrive.
this like little jump as well before the corner that you like can't really break that well. Usually I would have rain on this mission, I think.
Yeah, this is pretty good though, because you can get the mission optimally without rain. I have never managed to do it optimally while it was raining, like it's really hard. Because you are supposed to reach the next mission pickup by the time the rampage expires, and it's really hard to do it when it's raining, but you should be able to do it now.
Yeah, if I don't get like bad traffic.
Yeah, and if the second guy doesn't really want to just run away from you for
Yeah,
no
in practice he like ran away both times. I don't know why. It's weird.
reason. Oh, that corner was pretty good then. Yeah.
Yeah, you should be making it back to the mission before the timer runs out, or just as it's about to.
Yeah, we are almost out of Portland now, which is pretty good considering that, you know, this isn't good pace, but Portland feels super short now.
Yeah.
Should run all missions where you have more Portland fun.
Yeah, sure. Like LCS though. I almost fall asleep every time I run that game. Important.
Yeah, that's why, like, one of the main reasons I still have patience for this game is because Portland is well, like, way shorter now. Yeah, bomb the base. There's this little thing I need to do on this mission that might be difficult with fog, I don't know.
Oh, you use the replace threat ramp.
What?
Yeah, do you use the replace threat with
Yeah,
this
yeah.
route? Yeah, that's another new threat for this game, which we don't use with the fastest route, but yeah, it doesn't cost any time and it lets you set up the rampage replay for the under surveillance loop. Because usually we just wait for the cutscene to happen after we kill all the people on the boat. But we can use that time to get to a rampage location and record a replay.
I missed the second guy like 3 times and I still got it. So it shouldn't be difficult. I remember one time I drove into the water here. Was it
Yeah,
like a god pace as well?
Oh, yeah, I should remember that.
There's a little bit of fog.
No, it's not too bad.
It's usually the guy behind the crate that's kind of hard to shoot from this distance.
Yeah. You should be able to snipe him through the box, but I have never managed to actually get references for that.
I've done it before, but not from this distance. It's just kind of too far. I
Yeah,
always
this
walk a
was-
little closer for that guy.
This was good shooting though, so he
Yeah,
should
it was
have
very
enough
good.
time.
It was pretty decent.
Okay.
And he's also going to refresh the replay cache so that he can actually...
No, I didn't.
Well, maybe not.
Yeah. I'm just gonna... I'm
Yeah,
gonna drive off.
just-
Yeah, of course I don't get it. Nice meme.
Yeah, just
yeah.
drive away and
It's gonna
then
take
come
the
back.
perennial.
So-
Yeah. That,
Respawn it.
30% chance of the ambulance being locked.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
should have said it earlier.
I think I wouldn't have done it anyway.
Well, another thing you could do is try to get into a police car and refresh it by running Vigilante.
But Vigilante is dead though.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah, you
I
don't
meant
have
to-
options.
Yeah, you actually don't have options, yeah.
So yeah, every single car that could have been locked was locked in this run.
Well, I got
It can only get better now.
I got 4 locked ambulances 2 days ago though, in a row, so that's
Please.
pretty good.
I've gotten 6.
Well, at that point you might as well just fucking man-loop it. after the second one, like the run is dead anyway. Might as well just kill it for real.
So that replay was actually pretty bad. Like I saw a little bit, like the rampage was quite far. I got lucky there.
So yeah, we are about to experience the Portland time. Because Karl now doesn't need to fake anything because you are about 20 seconds faster than the cutoff point right now, so...
That's 13, right?
It should be, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it is.
13:30.
Yeah.
That's pretty good for a marathon though, I think.
The god time.
Yeah.
No duping.
this is still like sub 115 pace easy this one.
Yeah, normally you would like do the faking on this boat drive.
You know what this means? You'll get good weather during drop in the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You go for it then. If you get an inferno, just go for it then. It's easy, dude. Like, you don't need to practice.
Yeah, I haven't done it in like half a year.
The only time I got it in a run was when I didn't practice beforehand, so it is actually 100% consistent this way.
New
One
Adido
out
is
of
free.
Yeah.
I wonder if the Mumble notifications are coming onto the stream or not. It's not actually
they
Mumble. It's not actually Mumble. It's Windows 10. It's a good meme.
They aren't, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, OBS doesn't record the overlay by default. I'm pretty sure.
So yeah, I'm gonna pick up a rampage on this mission because I can.
Yeah, this is basically downtime right now because we are waiting for the guys to spawn at the club, and that's gonna happen like 1.5 minutes later, so we have time to record the rampage here, which is going to help with paparazzi purge and afterwards.
So I'm gonna take this at 12, 15, 14, something like that, just to be safe that I can mess up the mega jump or something, if something
Yeah,
stupid happens.
Taking it at 15 should mean that you can retry at least once, probably twice. So.
Yeah, during attempts I do it at like 09, 10.
Not doing the punching mega jump?
No, fuck that.
Oh man.
I'm gonna do it later though, like for GTA and...
Yeah, it's actually a lot better for GTA.
Yeah.
Because you need less space.
Yeah, because you usually park the dodo in the way of the jump, unfortunately. Yeah, I usually still just do the old mega jump method though, because I'm really bad with the punching one.
I actually like it a lot more.
Yeah, it's good, but I find it to be harder to do it the same way every time because the velocity you gain from the mega jump seems to be dependent on the frame that you trigger the replay on. And I think that the jumping method is easier for that. Especially when it counts like the Sayonara mega jump that we are going to see in a minute. And this mission has a couple of threads because you are on a rampage and then triads spawn because they spawn it because of the rampage. And when you don't go up the roof,
Oh,
then
I got
the
fucked.
triads...
I got fucked.
God damn it.
Wait.
Yeah, this can happen, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way you can beat that guy. No, he's
This
fine.
might
but-
still be good enough, I don't know.
Probably not. Did this Salvatore... Oh nice, well I've never seen that before.
That's actually good.
Yeah, this is good enough, yeah.
Yeah, this is good enough, okay.
I have never seen that happen though.
Yeah. Yeah, at least I'm consistent with the mega jumps. So now we dupe under surveillance and fail it, so we pass it.
Yeah, this is the dupe that saves the most amount of time from the old dupes, because this saves about 45 seconds
okay.
over doing the strat.
So luckily
Yeah,
this ambulance can't be locked, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
yeah, and this also saves like real time instead of being in Portland.
Yes.
I'll start another rampage with a mission, but this is just to make paparazzi purge a lot faster, and also I get the rockets later from this rampage, so I get like 30k rockets, which is really useful for some strats.
Yeah, the 30k rocket threat works in such a way that if you fail or pass the rampage in a replay, then you don't lose your weapons. And if you trigger a replay at the exact frame that the rampage fails, then it counts as, you know, it failing in a rampage or in a replay, and you get to keep all the rockets, which is pretty good because you need it for a lot of missions in Staunton and Shoreside. We still have no idea how much it actually saves though.
How do I fail this mission though?
Oh my god.
How?
Nice, dude.
This only happens to me as well. Same as pickup.
Yeah.
Rip.
We have a lot of time with the rampage though, so it's not a problem.
Okay.
Did you fuck it up again?
No.
Oh, cool.
Now I'm gonna have the thing earlier.
Oh nice, the boat actually turned around.
So yeah, now it's Staunton, it's pretty boring. Like compared to the rest of the run, I guess. It's just driving on straight roads. Shooting some rockets.
Hoping for evidence there's RNG.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in this island you can lose humidity easily without making any mistakes, which is really good. Like, it is
I'm not gonna take that.
in that regard, it's probably even worse than Portland, honestly, Staunton, because at least you can reset Portland without, you know, wasting your time.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna take that phone call because I thought the rampage was gonna run out during it. Just gonna play it safe.
Oh, you got the rockets as well. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, at least I have that. Makes stuff a lot easier on Staunton. And also espresso to go.
Yeah, and it's way cooler to watch as well, because the old methods use grenades, and that's really boring.
Get to the phone on Liberty campus.
The coolest one is probably just making arms short, it's quite a bit faster.
Yeah.
Silence the sneak is really good as well. That actually saves at least like 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah, Karl just made a bribe replay that he's gonna keep for the rest of the run probably.
No, I'm gonna redo it on bait.
South Belleville Park.
Yeah, but basically you're just gonna have a bribe replay for the rest of the run.
Yeah. There were ideas that we could probably dupe evidence as well, but that mission is just so short that it's just not worth it.
Yeah,
It's
intended
always slower,
it.
slower than intended. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I want to take care of this Banshee because I want it to be quite a high health on Evidence Dash, just to not lose it before the end of the mission.
Meet me in the toilet block in the park.
Yeah, and the way this game is, at least the PC port, is that the damage on the car doesn't really show like on it. Like the car can look as good as new, but it can still have really low health.
Yeah, I have no idea why they left it out of the PC port though. Although I don't mind it because I think it looks better this way. And you actually have to pay attention to your car, and you cannot rely on the game telling you car has.
Yeah, you can like lose all your panels and the hood and stuff, and it still might be on a good health,
Yeah,
like sometimes. So you can't really tell.
and a little bit of smoke that comes from the engine sometimes doesn't really mean anything. That's just cosmetic.
Yeah, it can be there at like 5% damage, and it can be the same at 95% damage.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually the 100% strat for this game, or for this mission, that we adapted into 20% when we found out about the rocket threats.
Yeah, on PS2 you have multiple phases of the smoke, but it actually causes a ton of lag, so
Nice.
once you get something for something.
Yeah, because it's pretty detailed as well, the PS2 smoke.
Yeah. Like for
looks-
example, if your car smokes during bomb the base, you don't really have a good chance of shooting them because of the stuttering.
And does it get worse when it's raining though?
Yeah.
Nice.
I actually started doing this new setup here with the jump. It's like way easier. Yeah, this car might have a double explosion, which makes the third car spawn slower.
Oh, and we should mention tank evidence as well, because that's a pretty good set. Because you can block both of the doors of the tank with the pole and the barracks OL there, and that way you can use the tank to blow up the bobcat in evidence search, because that passes the mission. And that bobcat is basically everything proof except for tank. So that's the only option you have to pass the mission that way. And
But the problem is that the tank, before you store it in a garage, isn't actually explosion proof. So
Yeah.
basically, if you hit anything, you're gonna blow up.
Well, that's part of the problem, yeah, but then you get a bad route. For evidence dash it's just way slower, even if you get it. And according to Vegeto's timing, the best case scenario for the tank threat is still about only 1 second faster than the best case scenario for the intended threat, so it's not worth doing, unfortunately.
When segmented run, tank evidence dash.
Well, I mean, the segmented run would be slower because of saving, though.
Yeah, just use quick save, it's fine.
But it's... yeah, that doesn't work, though.
Nobody will notice.
Yeah, sure. I'm not even sure if you can actually finish the game if you use quick saves, though. I haven't tested it, because the mission script gets altered when you use quick saves. So yeah, could cause problems.
So I actually got a semi-good pattern.
Oh, this is my favorite pattern actually.
Yeah, if it turns
Yes.
left here, it's pretty good.
Yes, that's the best pattern. Because if the bobcat keeps driving towards you, but he doesn't turn, then he's gonna drive away from you. And if you aren't playing it well, then it's a timeless. It's about as bad as the fucking tunnels. Though.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is bad.
Yeah, this isn't good though.
And they get stuck. I can't see. Oh, nice. This is interesting. Yeah, this is not the good evidence dash at all.
Well, it's still better than what Portland was, so
Yeah.
at least the run is getting a bit better. Because endgame and Staunton is more dependent on skill than RNG. Which is the reason that Portland RNG doesn't really make races all that bad, because a good player can gain a lot of time in the endgame over a bad player, just because it's all skill there. And yeah, there is one major RNG point in this run, and that's Liberator, and after that you are basically good to go for the rest of the game.
Keep muting myself because my mute button is like in a really bad position. So bench is quite good here, I guess, because tank cars will actually spawn. With like Stinger, you're like a lot less likely to get a gang car, I think.
I am 99% sure that that's just placebo. Like it happened to me once or twice, but it happened to me with the Cheeto as well. So.
Yeah, okay.
And
The one
people are
time,
ask-
the one time I got a Stinger, it just didn't spawn. I looked for it like 3 minutes.
Yeah. And people are asking about the tank set for ED, and the way you blow the bobcat up is by ramming it with the tank, basically. Because the tank is still causes explosions, it's gonna blow up when you do it before you save it in the garage, and yeah, that's the problem. But yeah, Karl got a pretty good game car here. Yeah, there is gonna be a replay set with this mission that freezes the AI of the enemies, so you don't have to actually kill them.
Yeah, that guy
Yeah.
wasn't dead. It's good that I spotted it. That's why I
Yeah.
picked up the M16 just for this mission, because I know these guys can like not die sometimes.
What you usually want to do instead is pick up an AK while you are waiting for the garage door to open.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because that's a really good strat because you can do the Kenji snipe as well with it if you fail the shot. That's the best backup I know. I always do that. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you have like 30k rockets, then
That's not gonna really work on the Kenji snipe if he falls down.
okay.
Unfortunately, you either need grenades or an M16 or AK or sniper.
Yeah, I've never like I can't even remember that happening to me.
Yeah, that's basically a reset if you fail it. It costs a lot of time.
Oh shit. Just barely missed the marker there.
Actually, one time I managed to miss the marker as well, and I got out of the car and walked into the marker, and then it skipped the getting out of the car cutscene.
Oh.
So only one of the cutscenes played, or one of the segments of the cutscene played.
Yeah.
Which could be a threat, though.
At least you didn't like get like you didn't hit the marker and then get nudged by an angry policeman as he was getting out of the car and then he dies.
Yeah. I think I had the OG die once there for some reason. I can't remember. I guess somebody like ran him over. That happened to me as well once. He just died there. So hopefully I get these shots. Shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, if you don't, then you can just do the sniper strat if you have a sniper, but you don't do, right?
What? Oh, sniper?
Yeah, you don't have a
No.
sniper, right? Okay. Because there is a new strat for, I don't know, Hanno, I guess.
I mean,
that
I've
you
never
can-
done it, so I can't even do it if I had.
You can shoot sniper bullets through the walls, so you can just stand outside of the parking garage and then position yourself in such a way that you can headshot Kenji, and then you don't have to get into the garage yourself, which could save a couple of seconds, but unfortunately you don't have a sniper rifle in this mission in 90%, so it's not an option here.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing that strat in my all missions run tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Nice. I could have sworn I saw a cheetah in that parking lot.
It's not fast.
It's best to just take the gang car because like switching cars takes a long time.
Yeah, you have to get into this gang car anyway and then switch back. I like timed it and it's not faster to get
there
any
is a-
sports car.
There is a comparison video on the forums, so you can look at that if you would like to.
Yeah, I missed this newfound.
Also, one fun advantage of the snipe is that you don't get any wanted level from it.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good though. Although it shouldn't really be a problem unless you get roadblocks, but of course you have the chance to get those, so yeah, might as well go for the safer way.
Yeah, it would save time for me as well, so it's just win-win-win.
Yeah. Oh, and there is a strat for this mission that Karl isn't going to do now, which is probably the hardest strat in the entire game. That's possible for humans.
Yeah, I tried to figure this strat out for quite a while. And I figured out some references, but I never really got around to doing it in runs consistently because it's really.
Yeah, you need to combine the inner package vision with those references, and then you have a tiny amount of chance to get the strat, so
Yeah.
it's really hard. The way you do that strat is basically that you get a fast car on Wakugashira in the garage, and then you pick up a Dito, then you go straight to the docks, get the police boat from the other dock, you do the lap that you would normally do when you pick up the packages, but then you record that boat drive in a replay, and then you head back to Daniel's place earlier than you are supposed to, and then when the final package is dropped, you replay the recorded replay, and then if all goes well, you are standing place watching the replay, and then you pick up all the packages, and then you complete the mission optimally, which saves about half a minute and a little bit more maybe.
Yeah, with rain it saves like 5 seconds.
Yeah, but if you get the speeder, then it saves like 20, right?
Yeah.
But you don't want to do it with the speeder.
With the speeder it's like super hard. Like,
Yeah, and if the waves are big, then it's basically impossible to maneuver the boat in such a way that you get the packages properly. So yeah, we probably will never return to that threat. Which is a shame though.
Yeah,
Probably the Russian sub-one probably has it done.
another one for the segmented run, I guess.
Yeah. Really anticipated that we would do it in RTA though. Even though we got it in a run. Yeah, you got it in a run and I did too. But they died, so whatever.
Like, my run wasn't even any good, I think.
And my run wasn't... there was no way that I could PB with that, so...
So yeah, the fun-ish part starts now.
Yeah. From now on it's basically all skill. Like, you don't need any RNG vehicles, you don't need any... you don't need anything from the game from this point. You only need your skill. And that's why this is why this speedrun is good, in my opinion. And you could have turned around the Banshee before GTAMarathon to save a couple of seconds from the bridge cycle.
Like, I'm gonna miss it anyway, so...
It's pretty easy though, it's pretty easy with the GTAMarathon replay, mega jump set, I find, because I fucked it up twice and still only needed like a second for the cycle.
We'll see.
Not that,
This
that
driving
kind
is
of
pretty good
bouncing
though.
you probably won't make it.
Like, the main point is if I'm gonna get the kills on this mission, and then like bait pattern-wise.
Yeah, but the bait pattern should be good though with the new sets. We are gonna explain that later though. The miraculous grass set and the hiding set and stuff like that, yeah. Those are probably the best sets in the game. Because of how completely retarded they are. But they still work, so not gonna complain.
Yeah, those were some good kills.
What's the optimal time for this fight? 27?
27, yeah.
Okay. You actually got a 26, right?
No,
No?
I got a 31 for the other flight though.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's a new set though, new meta.
In practice, my dodo flying was pretty questionable at times. So
But as long as you keep it safe, then nothing should really go wrong. No? Like, it doesn't matter how, what kind of flying times you get in the marathon.
that wasn't the best jump.
At least you didn't ride dog it where you just do a load of flips. He's apparently really good at doing flips in the dodo.
Yeah, the way you do flips in the dodo is literally just letting go of the control, so he probably just gave up.
Yeah, I
He-
imagine so.
Yeah. He didn't really want to continue flying the dodo, so he just flipped a bunch.
This takeoff is not good, but I should be able to. Yeah.
The RTMP is lagging pretty hard though. Is it good on the stream?
I'm not
It
dropping any
looks fine
frames.
on my end.
Yeah, it looks fine on my end and on the stream.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, I almost flipped my
Did you
dodo.
flip it? Oh, yeah, nice.
Almost. I'm not dropping
Yeah,
any frames. so-
that nosedive.
Yeah, that's basically the optimal way to slow down there though, so good job.
this flight is pretty hard for me sometimes. 'Cause the landing is on a on its corner a bit, and I can't like process
I have more
to.
issues on the way to Donald, not from Donald.
Yeah, I keep seeing people mess this flight up though. I don't really know why, but I practiced it a bunch when I was early in the game because it really is tricky. So yeah, you just have to slow down enough, and it should work every time.
Yeah, this flight isn't too bad.
It's probably still harder than the bait flight though, like honestly. Because that flight really doesn't even matter. As long as you get it well to the traps. So yeah. Oh nice, that was a good mega jump there.
Yeah, I feel like it's more consistent with punching, like getting a good landing there.
Yeah, but if you fall over then it probably doesn't really save time though. Yeah, that happens sometimes.
And here's the miraculous grass strat.
Yeah, this strat will guarantee the good pattern for the damn guy. And this used to be a really huge problem for us, because we would get patterns all over the place without this. And since then I haven't really seen a bad pattern. So, and yeah, that was about more than half a year ago at this point, so the sample size is pretty good for it.
Yeah, the issue is that if you get a slow pattern, then not only do you lose time here, then you are also gonna lose time when you miss the bridge cycle on Espresso to go.
And the reason the grass strat works is probably that the last touch surface counts. So the coordinates and probably the type of the last touch surface counts for the AI. So if you manipulate that, then you seem to be able to manipulate the AI as well consistently.
Gained like a lot of height at the end of that flight for some reason.
Landing was really good though. So.
Actually, the third car is taking a bit too long, but it should be fine.
Yeah, and this is another new strat, the hiding strat we call it. Because if you don't go back to the tunnel there or the alley there, then the cars are going to find you and they will kill you with their M16, so that's not what you want. We used to park outside of the trap zone and we used to pick up a random vehicle and have the friendly AI destroy the 3 cars, but we don't need to do it anymore, fortunately, because this saves a bunch of time as well, because you don't have to change cars and stuff like that. And yeah, this is another reason that the E2G cycle isn't really a problem anymore, which is huge because it used to lose 20 seconds in each good run.
Yeah, even the taking the car, it wasn't like consistent at all.
Yes,
like,
yes.
Like sometimes the cartel guys would just home in on you with their M16s and you'd be fucked no matter what you did.
Yeah, this used to be the biggest run killer in the entire run, I would say. Back with the old threads, but since then this is really consistent and everything else is shit, so...
Okay, I'm really embarrassed about that landing.
Nice.
At least he didn't flip.
Yeah. That was really bad though. Like I didn't.
It wasn't as bad though.
I thought it
It
was
could have
like.
been a lot worse.
I thought I was like a lot higher than I actually was. So I thought I wasn't gonna gain any more height, but I actually did, and then. Oh, this flight is fun with the fog. Like normally I would be on SIM, I think already.
Yeah, in a good place probably.
Yeah.
But with the old route we used to call this the E2G Fox, so yeah, it is back. And this is probably the hardest mission in the entire game. Espresso to go. You just lose time every single time you do this mission.
I'd say doing bait with this fog is much more fun.
Yeah, I couldn't actually see. So that flight was kind of sketchy.
Oh, you don't have references for this slide then?
I actually do, but I never like. I know I should have turned a lot more at the start, but I just didn't focus on it too much. Cause you never do this flight with a fog anymore, so
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, and we ran 2 of the stores on this island because it's faster than getting out of the car and using your rockets or grenades. And the other stores are going to be destroyed by using rockets, which is an optimization compared to the previous routes where we didn't have the, infinite amount of rockets essentially. So this saves even more time, so it makes the E to G breach cycle even more consistent, thankfully. So yeah, in this game, the end game never really got any worse. It's all just Portland becoming bad. So yeah.
I think endgame has gotten a lot better, even like
Yeah,
with the rockets.
It's completely consistent now. Like you cannot blame the game for endgame mistakes.
Yeah.
It's just not a thing.
Unless bait does something weird.
Yeah, but I mean that happens with every mission basically. You can fail every mission by random choice from the game side.
I only blame the exchange M16 motherfucker. It likes to kill me all the time.
In my PB I had 80 hairs for the exchange and it got reduced to like 5 by the end, so
I've had it go from 200 to 0.
yeah, it can happen. I'm not sure if we can like do some replay threats though to freeze the AI there. That could be a threat though.
I think one time I only lost 19 HP on an optimal exchange.
Yeah, because if you do exchange after that, then you kill the M16 guy with the explosion as well.
Well, yeah, I guess you can say that.
Well, usually.
Like really optimally you would miss him too. Because you would be like, oh, I'm gonna miss the cycle. But like really optimally you would... I'm gonna do the YOLO jump maybe?
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
The thing with the exchange is that it is essentially on a timer. Because if you do it too fast, then you need to wait like several seconds in order to be able to shoot the helicopter near the chimney. And that's the reason the slowdown threat is exactly as fast as the quick threat. And that threat also made the mission way more consistent. Like I haven't fucked it up since I came up with that setup, so that mission isn't a problem either now. That was a really good flip.
Yeah, I was actually a lot more behind than I thought I was. With the bridge cycle, so...
But this way you are going to have a really good E2G time though.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fake, but still. Because optimal E2G is about 435 or 440 maybe. But no one really gets that.
This door. I haven't, like, don't have a place to get rid of this door yet. I should really look for something.
You can do it before the first door though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I always do.
Yeah. This is a really good E2G time, considering that, well, disregarding the fact that you are 20 seconds behind because of the bridge cycle by default.
So SAM shouldn't be a problem, and then exchange, we'll see. Should be consistent.
SAM has another new setup which is 100% consistent. So yeah.
If you don't mess up the takeoff.
Well,
oh, you mean the shot? Okay,
the
never
shot,
mind.
yes.
Yeah.
And well, to be honest, the only thing that can go wrong with the new takeoff method is if you manage to spawn a cop car right in front of you. Yeah, because that's the only real reason that you can fail it, because it's really easy. Super simple stuff. But yeah, Karl is going to be on a timer again, because the game is ticking down from like 3.5 minutes, I guess, to 0, because you are supposed to get in a boat in this mission and pick up a rocket launcher, go to the airport and shoot down the plane that's coming with that rocket launcher. But instead we go to the dam and we shoot down the plane over the dam, which is the it's probably the oldest threat that we use in the end game, because it was in the test as well, which is about 5 years old at this point, probably.
Yeah, reminder that the Russians discovered duping in like 2009.
Nah, it was 2002.
Oh, what? 2000?
But they knew taxi fare duping in 2002.
Really?
It is proven by video footage. Yeah.
Okay.
They did taxi duping in a Banshee.
Okay.
Well, I'm not sure if it was actual dupe taxi, but they knew
No, it
about.
wasn't duping.
They
It's just
knew
using a
about
different
remote
vehicle.
taxi. Yeah. But if they knew about remote taxi, then they knew about duping as well, probably, because it's really easy to connect the lines there, or connect the dots to get
Fucking
duping.
Russians.
Yeah.
Still waiting for that sub 1.
Yeah. They got run from Cass.
On a Pentium 4.
Windows 95.
A legit PC hardware.
Intended PC hardware, because at that time that was the best in Russia, probably, so he wanted to be authentic with his speedrun.
Yeah, we are all MU cheaters to him.
So yeah, once I see the plane in the bottom left, I shoot. That's the setup.
Yeah, we used to use either the map or the timer under the weapon icon to do this shot, but that was really inconsistent. Especially the timer method, because you had a chance to miss the timer because it was off by a second or two.
Okay, so
Which
this was really close actually.
Replays also like change the way the packages fall.
Really?
Yeah, I
know that-
noticed. I
Oh.
noticed how like, okay, so I have like a different setup than this, and usually I got one of the packages on the side of the dam, so like you had to jump on the wall, but it's not too big of a deal. But if I started like doing the replays earlier to get rid of the 1 stars, and I actually had it like spawn closer to the fence, so like every single
Oh.
package was right available.
Yeah, that's interesting. Although I sometimes do the replays right after I shoot and sometimes a bit later, but I haven't noticed that. I know that you can use a weapon to shoot the packages to a location that you would like better. But that's really hard and it wastes a lot of time. So this is still sub 110 pace.
Is it really? Oh yeah, it is.
Yes.
With a 1330, that's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Just a reminder that it is essentially free. So yeah, this is my favorite set in the whole game, the exchange threat. Because it saves more than half a minute and it's really fun to do. We used to use the tool-assisted super play threat for this back in the day, but we found out about the triggers a bit more, and then we managed to reduce the mission to 1 minute and 2 seconds, which is crazy for the last mission.
Actually gonna do some pussy strats with the dodo.
Really?
I mean like the parking here.
Oh, that's not really a pussy strat.
It kind of is slower, I think.
I guess, but if you trigger the cutscene too early, then you aren't gonna have time to.
Oh, I think it's for that water.
We're supposed to
This
stand
one.
on this.
Here you go, Pogo. Have a fast car. And help Pogo to his final mission. To storm the White House with his friends and become President of the United States. Pogo the monkey is the game.
The chat really wants you to get water records, so I think you can do it.
Everyone loves Pogo. Idiot Gamer called Pogo the best spring and Simeon game since bouncing bananas.
That was risky.
Pogo the monkey today.
It worked out though.
Yeah, my flying was a bit bad, so I had to change it up a bit.
That was a good landing though. Yeah, this should work for the quick kill.
Did Chivu verify his own run or not?
Chibu
Then
is
he's not a
not a
cheater.
mod.
Then he's not a cheater. Confirmed.
I think Carl
Nice.
is
GG.
ready.
Pretty good run.
Yeah, 1330 sub, 110 is pretty
GG.
crazy.
Yeah, this was beautiful, especially the end game. And
That's
stop
pretty
time.
much sub 110. I stopped the timer slightly late.
Yeah, on my clock it was 109.56. So,
Stop typing time in the chat. Give it at least 5 seconds.
so yeah, I guess it's time for a driver. Is Joe like back?
Nope.
Oh,
Fucking Joel. My
three-way race then.
get Nas in here.
Can we use the bingo layout and give you some bingo goals?
Yeah, this would have been world record with an 830 though.
Oh really? Okay.
Just a reminder.
That's pretty good. But yeah, okay. That's it, I guess, from me.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks for watching, and yeah.
The video game.
Don't forget to follow Clark.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be doing San Andreas, so